And this video may be seen by people who are not or watching me usually. So, alright, let's start. Let's see. First thing, no, I should show. We could start from the power generation. This one will help, and maybe this one too. Alright, so first off, my base is split into multiple buildings. Each building has some kind of theme on what it contains. There are those waypoints to tell what exactly each building does, more or less. And this one is, let's say, the most important one, the one with the power stuff, which means energy generation and AE2. Okay, let's start from energy generation. Right now, my main energy generation is those plasma turbines. Each one is doing 1 amp UHV, and I'm manually feeding plasma to those. Those are passively running constantly, but main issue is that I'm producing plasma on demand in those fusion reactors, which are general purpose for my AE2. I also have the old fusion reactor used to constantly make helium plasma for power, but yeah, those make just enough for those turbines. So here I put whatever excess I have in manually. I will soon get a better setup for energy. That's what I'm running on now. I still have part of the old setup, which was kinetic generators mostly. I had other energy generators, but I removed most of those. Those windmills are making more or less 1 ZPM amp. They are able to go to 2 amps ZPM. Also I have water mills, it's about the same. Water mills are more stable as generation. Windmills fluctuate more. Then, alright, so that's my energy generation. I have a couple of solar panels, but right now those are doing basically nothing. Like those are like LUV still. I have a couple of ZPM ones. I have a quintuple too. This one is making 3 amps ZPM, but it's nothing compared to one of those turbines. Then here I also have interaction with mining rigs on other dimensions, which are all of those are drilling rigs or space station pumps to get fluids. I was stocking up tanks, but right now I'm pulling everything into A2 because I would like to say soon, but may not too soon. I will be moving to space elevator, space pumping. Mostly, I just upgraded my A2 fluid storage. I think those cells could easily carry a whole vein of fluid. So I'm just filling up the cells with all of the fluid I get. Like I won't fill up those easily. Those can carry a lot of fluid. So just pulling everything I can out of that to keep the pumps running. Then here I have another couple of basic A2 tools. Yeah, nothing too specific. Alright, that is energy generation. A2, I have a lot of level maintainers and storage. Here I'm still deciding how to lay down cells. I'm still in the phase of moving from low capacity cells to bigger capacity. I just got those today, so I'm slowly moving from small cells to bigger cells. There are even bigger cells, but it's a little bit too early for me. Here I have level maintainers. I do have a lot of basic craftings, but I'm working a lot with level maintainers to keep many things stocked up. Those are divided. I'm trying to keep everything kind of sorted out, even if I'm not too good at it. Like here I have stock level maintainers for things which are passively used by other machines, and if I run out of something in those, things could happen. Like probably nothing, but like if I run out of pyrotheum, EBFs, all of the volcanoes which are my EBFs will stop working. If I run off this one, I run out of energy. If I run, okay, this one I need a huge loss. I keep consuming this one, so I want to make sure it's always working. Those are for bacterial vats. They won't work if they don't have this stuff. Like this is stuff, mostly this one is all passively consumed stuff, materials. Here I have general usage materials. Those are mostly partial craftings for other things, like this is required by all of the high tier coils. So I just keep a lot of this stuff stocked to simplify craftings. Those two are looping to basically this one crafts this one crafts this one. I need always to have a stock, otherwise it will stop working properly because you can't have loops. This one will be a crafting loop. If I run out of one of those, the loop will break and I will become unable to craft other things. Then here I have stock keep all of ingots to speed up crafting. Here it's fluids. I don't have too much of a rule. Those two are mostly close one to the other. And here solar panel. I stopped crafting those because I'm out of resources. They were draining too much. Here I have general building blocks. And here I have the circuits and the motors. And here superconductor. Okay, then here I have all of my crafting CPUs. I'm keeping the biggest ones for player only. Where are the big CPUs? I should have some bigger CPUs for player only. I don't recall. Okay, this one is player only. I can craft bigger ones. And small CPUs for A2 only. Molecular assemblers. And the new controller. I just built this controller this morning. Thanks to the matter manipulator, which lets you copy paste things. Basically, I built the first side here, then I did basically I built the first one, then I did copy paste and I made the other four. It works quite nicely because there are duplicated P2Ps. Like if I look at this one, you can see the frequency is 1982. If I go here, it's 1982 again. It does work fine because those are different subnetworks. I wish you know how it's connected, but the point was that I could just copy paste those with the same frequencies and it still works fine. Basically, it's just a controller filled with P2P. I use wireless to get those P2P here where I can more nicely do everything. If I use the wireless connector directly on the controller, the issue is that this one can only carry 32 channels, as far as I know. No, I did try. It doesn't do more than 32 channels, so it's limited to 32 channels. Basically, it only gets one face of the controller, and it's going to waste two more faces. By doing it like that instead, okay, that was the main issue. I would lose some channels, but another nice feature is that if by mistake I break something outside, it will be hard to find the wireless if it was inside here. If I have all of the wireless here, I can easily see which one shuts off, which means it's the one that lost the channels. Or also, if in the future I just don't need any more one connection, I don't have to go inside and figure out which one it is. I can just see it right there. So I think that is more clean and easier to manage. And yeah, probably forgot something. Later on, I will see maybe just something to remind me later. Okay, this one is like the main server base. Also, this one is the main LSC. Before I move to other building, this one is the main LSC, which gets all of the energy inside, and then it spreads it across the whole base with cables underground. I'm starting to move from cables to lasers now. I still have a mix of the two and crafting things. But okay, and here I have the energy check of how much energy I have, and I turn off EBFs, waterline, and other things depending on energy level. Right here, nope. Yeah, okay, and that's it. I still have one or even two LSC in each building. In each building, I have more electronic supercapacitors. At the beginning, I was using those more as a transformer. Like when I didn't have the multi-block transformer, I will use LSCs as transformers, but also they have some capacity, which means that if I'm working on the main power line, if I break this cable, nothing will happen because this place still has some buffered energy. Like if I have everything connected directly to this one and I accidentally broke the main cable, everything will lose power. If I do things like that, I can safely work on cables here and nothing will happen. Like I have a couple of minutes of energy here to work on cables if I have to change something. Or also if I run out of power, like if my main battery runs out, each building has its own little buffer, so only the main power drain will run out, crash, and everything else will still be working. Because like if this one runs out of energy, I have like 100 machines to turn on. And why is almost no machine working? Oh, I'm out of platinum metallic powder. Okay, by the way, this one is the plat line. I'm out of raw resources. We'll get that later. Anyways, each building has its own thing. Then this is this high energy consumption area, let's say. Probably have other areas that use more energy right now, but the idea was this one will be the main power drain, which means CBFs. Right now I'm using volcanoes. Volcanoes are way better than the Mega Blast Furnace, at least at the beginning. Let's make sure, because this one has a speed bonus. The main thing about volcanoes is that those have a speed bonus of 120% compared to the Mega EBF. Compared to normal EBF, or even compared to the Mega EBF, this one has a plus 100% buff. That means it crafts at twice the speed. And from that, it also means that it uses half the power. Because if it completes the craft in half the time, it also uses half the power, on top of the 90% usage. So you get many discounts. Basically this one will use 1/3 of the energy of the Mega EBF or the normal EBF. That's why it's good. You move to the Mega EBF once you can feed enough power to this one. Like the main downside of the volcanoes is that it doesn't accept multi-amps energy hatches, so you have to spam a lot of energy hatches. Once you get to the point where you would like to feed like 200 amps inside a single EBF, that's where you move to the Mega EBF and the speciality of the Mega EBF. Then, so okay, here I have multiple sets of volcanoes. Those are basically doing circuit 3 and 2 mostly for wafers. Yeah, it's doing wafers and other things. Here, blast smelters, which are the alloys, where metal alloys. Then here I have those volcanoes which are for general purpose. Now, those have many special controls. Those do all the same recipes, but it's a little bit messed up if you look at it from there. Now, let's see one thing at a time. First, I have the redstone control, which basically those are connected to the main battery. If I'm low on energy, like right now, you can see here how much energy I have. Basically, this one turns on when I am at least 20% energy. The more energy I have, the more volcanoes turn on, up to like 50%. At 50%, all of those are working. When I'm lower than 20% energy, they all shut off to prevent other multi-blocks from shutting off. Okay, that's the redstone control. Then there are many cables here. Basically, the way I did it is that to process dust inside EBFs, you need a gas. Most of the time, you need a gas here to process. There are some gas, and every gas gives you a different crafting time. Like, let's take cobalt as an example. You can do cobalt with organesson, it takes 21 seconds. If you use nitrogen, it uses 70 seconds. So basically, it's 3 times faster if you use this one. The thing is that this one is way more expensive. So I sorted out ingots in 3 parts, and I have red is those are splitted by painting the hatches. Like red bus crafts with red hatch. Purple hatch works with purple bus. So yeah, basically I have 3 networks for 3 different gases, more or less. Let's say it's like that, but it's clustered. Like I have 2 high tier gas for some stuff, 4 lower tier gases for other things. And I'm managing that with some networks here. This one drops, I call it high to mean high power, high tier gas. Well, the idea is the same. This one is high tier stuff which requires more energy, so it crafts that. It drops everything in there, and then it has the auto pool to get whatever ingot is inside this S goes inside each one of the EBF. Each EBF can basically access each SEST and split the things depending on the tier. Okay, this is the set of EBFs. Then here I have more EBFs. When my battery goes above 60%, those will start passively making neutronium, basically. Those are just EBFs. When my battery is overfilling, those will turn on and melt random stuff. This one should be working. Oh, okay, this one is a matter fabricator, and this one too turns on and off depending on the battery level. This laser, same thing, it turns on and off depending on battery level. And this one does chromatic glass, which is required for many things. Chromatic glass takes forever to do right now. Basically, this laser is doing this recipe right here. 300 seconds at UHV, a lot of power, so I turn it on when I have excess power. The animation is glitched. It's not working, but whatever. Vacuum freezers. Vacuum freezer I'm using cribs. Those are the cheaper game version you can get. This one does not work with fluid, but vacuum freezer don't need fluid most of the time, so I can do that. One thing here is that multi-blocks process from top to bottom. So by placing those like that, it will always start from those ingots, and later on, only when all of those are done, it will process the more heavy ingots. Like 4 of those take 1 minute, 200 of those take 1 second. So first it does the easy quick stuff, then it does the heavy stuff. Alright, and then I have also a hedge. No. Okay, this one is an OR dictionary export. If I have leftover hot ingots, they will go in there. Many people don't do this pattern here. They just throw hot ingot directly inside the vacuum freezer using OR dictionary, but for multiple reasons, I like it more to do like that. One example here is that I can sort in which order ingots are cooled down, but that's not the main reason. There are others. Like mostly to better control what's the current processing of items and not having to edit patterns once I make those. Okay, this is the main powertrain building. Next, we can jump to, well, maybe here, raw resources. Okay, this one is where I get the resources. So I have, if I have some drilling rigs around, okay, I do have a void miner, which is producing those things right here, and they go inside this network. If I drop items in my ender pouch, they go in there. So this is a subnetwork, by the way. Main network is this one visualized now. This one is our processing subnetwork. Basically everything is sorted out using storage buses and priorities. It drops, everything is filtered, there is a SEST for each thing, and everything is filtered by storage buses. Basically. Whatever can be filtered will be sent to main network. So if you don't know, GregTech has multiple ways of processing each OR. I decided which path I want each OR to follow. Soon I will unlock the OR process. No, I already did unlock the OR processing facility. I only have to craft this one. This one does everything in a single step, but slightly. Soon I will get it. Like, I usually get this one with void miners. I do have a void miner, but I'm waiting a little bit more. Like, I just unlocked it and my system can keep up. Like, those machines are not working. Once those machines will not be able to keep up, I will get the upgrade. Yeah, right now this one is working fine. To get ores also have meteors, talking of which I just collected the last one which was in there. So here I have a collection of good items, meteors. This one makes platline stuff. Since I was out of platline materials, there it goes. One. Okay, there is an issue with the altars. I have to use low tier things. I'm using the beta version, so there are a few issues due to just beta tester issues. Like my altar right now won't go beyond tier 4, so my current LP amount is limited, but should be fixed soon. So right now I can only do cheap meters, I guess. Now, and here I have this drilling rig slowly collecting my meter. It's going to slowly eat all of it. Also, another source of ores I have, other than meters and void miners, is bees. I did remove recently all of the comps from here because it was using too much acids and I had enough resources. If I ran out of something like, I don't know, how much aluminum do I have? I do have enough aluminum. Titanium. Okay, like titanium, I have a lot of comps, not much stuff here, so I'm going to add this one back here, and this one will get me a lot. Yeah, that's not titanium. It just woke up. Give it a moment. It had to do americium now. Okay, let's see how much titanium it makes now. Okay, 1,000, 2,000 titanium per second. I mean, the bees, yeah, okay, that took a little bit to build up, but there is titanium. If I need titanium, I just throw this one and a couple of minutes and I get enough titanium. Talking of bees, I have the mega apiary over here. This is like kind of mob farms and those kind of green things. Green background too. Those are my bees. Right now I'm running those bees, but like I'm using like copper, iron bees, but I will most likely use the space elevator for those ores because processing those comps takes a lot of acid. It's just faster to use the space elevator in my opinion. That's the first time I do bees in GTNH, so I did try to do a lot of things with those. So this one is mega apiary. This was the first farm I did. Right now it's basically useless, but it still makes a couple of things. I will remove it later. On top here, I'm farming primordial ore berries. I haven't checked those in like a few weeks, maybe 1 month. Yeah, 27. This one was IC2 crossbreeding, but I completed all of the quests there. I'm doing quest master, so I'm completing every quest slowly and trying to do everything. Yeah, here I got all of the crossbreeds from HC2, but I think those are quite underpowered. Like every option seems to be better than IC2 crops so far, in my opinion. Those are the things. I have the stuff to change the stats, but doesn't really make much of a difference either, in my opinion. Wait, this one? What is that? This one is going down. Fishing port to get rotten flesh and seaweed. This one is mostly for seaweeds. I also need a rotten flesh, but another. Wait, am I? Okay. Yeah, and here I filter. This stuff goes to main HU. Everything else goes in there, and this one has a void overflow upgrade. Then mob farms, but okay, yeah, the real farms is this block. Like this one makes a lot of stuff. It's running only on LUV energy, but it makes basically 700, no, it's 130 glowstone per second, this one. Nothing else can keep up. With that, like with 1 amp LUV, you can do a single IC2 crop in the greenhouse and it does way less than this one. Like you get like 2 per second instead of 130 in the greenhouse. This one too does the same, but this one is just better. One thing those are good for is rotten flesh. I figured out evolved zombies seems to be the best option for rotten flesh with what I checked so far. Probably there are even better options, but this one works really well. It's using 1 amp LUV and it makes more or less like 18 rotten flash per second. Quite good. Here I have all of the genetic stuff for bees. Yeah, all of the bee equipment is there basically. I usually cut this cable to avoid lag and energy drain. Okay, this is all of the farms kind of drain. This is all of the magic stuff. I have automated infusion, automate tamper infusion. I have shown that a couple of times. If you want to see, I'm live streaming everything I'm doing in this run. So everything I did is live stream. You can go see it. Okay, then this altar is for generic crafting. This altar here does only solar panels, and basically if I don't have enough essentia, I'm stopping this one from doing issues. Here I have a little bit of passive essentia production, but if I need essentia, most of the time I just throw stuff in there. This one makes thousands of essentia per second, it's way better. This one does passive research. This one automates research. You throw in a research to complete and it completes it for you, but it drains nodes. Then, what else? I'm using a lot of those. I didn't use those that much last time. So I have everything auto-crafted for magic. That thing here is the Gaia boss, but whatever. T6 infusion here, it doesn't work due to a glitch. Beta test and things should be fixed by now. Like, I mean, right now it's not fixed, but by the time people will watch this video, it's probably fixed. Yeah, nothing too special here to show, I think. This one is a little bit of witchery. I got 9700 power on the altar. Wait, I don't recall if this one works. I don't know the Infinity X works. Botania. Right now I'm getting mana just like that. I'm not doing much Botania. I'm not a fan of the mod. Just lolling, stocking up mana with gold. I have 6 million gold. It can slowly build up. Then, alright, so those 3 buildings are run. This one is Michelos. Here I do all sorts of things which are basically, how to say it? Anything that doesn't have much of a place, temporary stuff, mostly things I use manually. Nothing that is supposed to work perpetually or anything too particular. Like, it's just things I do manually, mostly. 1, 2, and 3. Here I also have the screens for the void miners around. Gas chiffons, and this one may run out. I don't know. How much helium? Yeah, this could be. No, it's still going up, so this one must be working. I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't say the pumping rate. Helium 3, helium 3, helium 3. Helium, hydrogen, deuterium. Don't know why this one doesn't show the pumping. I should probably go on that planet and check it. It could be a super old. Okay, this one is required for helium plasma. Most likely this one is powered by like cetane boosted diesel or high octane diesel gasoline. Yeah, this one has low tier fuel. I should go check it someday. And this is all basically manual stuff mostly. All sorts of setup for main stuff, manual stuff, and clean room. Clean room right now is only used for the biolabs, which I have here more automated, and the first time I get a circuit, I have to do it in this circuit assembly. Alright, so this area is done. This is done, now I have those two. Those two are the main crafting areas. This one basically has all of the crafting on demand. Everything that is crafting on demand is, almost everything that is crafting on demand except EBF is done here. I'm not good with building nice looking bases. Aesthetic is not my thing really, so I just threw there every machine. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. It works, like if I need to find something, I just look it up, I don't know what. Neutronium, no. this one. If I want to know where do I do neutronium, I can just look at it here, click here, and here. There it is where I do that thing. Wait, am I still doing neutronium? Oh, this one I was supposed to just... Okay, I just remember a thing I did, a mistake I did earlier on. This one, I'm making it, okay, right now, I'm making neutronium with fusion reactors right now. It's way cheaper than EBF, so I make it as fluid, I better do everything as fluid. When I have to find where a thing goes, I just look for it. I didn't rename the interfaces here with what those do. So this one is now a bolt made in a fluid solidifier, so I look for solidifier bolt here, this one goes there. Yeah, this one is a solidifier, then I don't think there is anything too remarkable in this place. It's just every machine you could need for processing, connected to A2. That's just what this area is. Those are where the first machines. And this is my fusion tower. I'm soon going to work on a compact fusion reactor. I don't know if I will do more of those series or if I will jump to compact, but yeah, those are always busy. Over here, yeah, PCB factories. Nothing too particular. See, here is everything that is passively done. Most of those machines are just constantly passively working. Either they process everything they get, like those electrolyzers just like electrolyze every single thing they get. It's mostly finishing or working, but it's also some bees are processed in there, and those are not even keeping up. This is mica. This mica is made by bees. My bees are making a lot of mica. All of that mica is from bees. A single bee. A single bee in mega apiary is doing all of that mica, and it keeps going. And the centrifuges can't keep up. Okay, then. Yeah, this one works things like I do macerate those things to get dust, and then here I compact those dusts. Oh, this one is rare. This is a super old setup I did. Like, and this was the first building I built when I moved to this dimension. This was the oil processing plant I built. It's a little bit upgraded with dangot. It's super slow. I don't know what the bottleneck. Small hatches must be the issue. I don't know what else it will be. Now this one. Do I not have enough? Yeah, okay, the issue must be the LV hatch. Right now it's working decently enough, so I will fix those issues with whatever hatch I have at disposal when the issue will become too slow. Like right now, I just throw every oil byproduct, I just throw it into A2. The cells are huge, they can carry a lot of fluid, so I just throw everything into A2. Whenever I will run out of something, I will speed up this setup. Those are all LCRs, stock keeping acids. So phosphoric, hydrochloric, sulfuric, nitric, ammonia. So all acids are stocked there. This is charcoal line, which I don't know why it's not working. Maybe I shut it off and I forgot. Maybe it crashed. Yeah, not enough fluid output. I think I shut this one off. It has maintenance issues, but I think I shut it off for some reason, which I don't recall. So I'm going to turn it back on. Maybe it crashed. Also, okay, this one is EV. This one is not a dangot, but a normal distillation, and it's EV to tell you how much I'm using this one. I have UHV energy hatches. This one is still EV. Those work diluted acids that come back from some recipes. This one I don't recall. Oh, no, it's not distilled. What is this one doing? Oh, okay, this stuff which I don't use. Yeah, this one is not supposed to be running. Those electrolyze left. Whenever I get more than 100k salt, I electrolyze it here. Rock salt, this one. This one, make sure for sodium, yeah. Yeah, I changed the idea multiple times. Okay, my energy is really draining. That's not good. I did many things lately. I think the issue is seaweed. Yeah, crafting this one takes a lot of energy. Okay, talking of which, usually you will get seaweed that way, but I felt like this is kind of expensive. Like there are many annoying things in there, which are not easy to stock keep. Also more vets. So I'm trying to get seaweeds from this bee. It's just a bee, it allows you to skip. Like just this bee alone lets me skip all of this stuff. No wait, all of that stuff and that. But it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy, and the other way gives you 64. This bee only one. So this one is draining a lot of power too. If I manage to get enough, yeah, let's finish there, then I will go to vets. Yeah, here centrifuge, this one is my first passive titanium setup. Tungsten, okay, tungsten, this one is tungsten. Still the first tungsten setup. This one is still the first titanium setup from Rutile. I don't have any of the raw material. Right now I get raw titanium from these and raw tungsten. So I don't even have materials for those two. This was supposed to work, this liquid air. Yeah, you can see how much I care about this setup. Like, it crashed a long time ago. I'm not playing AFK, by the way, so that is all playtime. I'm probably going to remove this one soon. Those just keep stocked up stuff from chlorbenzene and saltwater. Chlorbenzene is quite good for chlorine, by the way. You get a lot of chlorine and hydrogen from chlorbenzene. You can pump this one on Mars. On Mars, you can pump this one. It's quite good, in my opinion, for electrolytes. This one stock keeps some cobblestone for multiple usage. Then this one, radon, passive radon. This one, what is this one even doing? Oh, this one does indium, but it's out of Galena. By the way, I have a lot of indium. This being multiplies the indium yield. I have 100 indium. If I could process this one without anything else, I would have even more indium. These are really powerful. If you go, and you can skip the whole RNG in this by using mutagen frames. So you can even do the wall beating without any RNG component into it if you don't like RNG. I have shown it in some live streams. Look at the title. There is a playlist, you can find it in the description. Silicon. Okay, this line does silicon, solar grade silicon. There are level emitters to keep. Make sure I never run out of raw silicon or silicon dioxide. I want to keep some of those it's used. This one, I don't recall what it is even supposed to do. And I don't even care. This one does pass uranium and volume 2 things. Those extract passively things. This one was supposed to make. I think something is not wrong. Okay. This one is supposed to make industrial structure acid. I don't even recall what this thing is used for, but it loops. I know it loops, like it uses 200 to make more. I don't recall what I'm using this one for, but I needed it. That is it crashed. This one does quantum anomalies. And now, okay, right now I have to run there to check what the heck is going on, because no, I don't have any more power. My main power drain is most likely this machine here. If I shut off this one, it should fix my battery. This one followed by those are my main power. Oh no, I hit 0. I don't recall the last time I hit 0. Okay, if I do that, it should go back up. Those two, each one of those drains like half of my energy production. No, it doesn't. It's 4 amps UHV. Each turbine is 1 amp. So yeah, 4 of those to do one of those. Those two are both of the sides of this block. 4 on this side, 4 on the other side. Okay, it's already going back up. If I shut off this one, it should be fine. Going to the vets, that seaweed is used over there to the vet area to stock up this fluid which is used for biowebs. If I run out of seaweed here, this controller should stop everything. Basically, this one keeps making sure those hatches are half filled, and if after filling up the input there is still leftover ingredient in here, it keeps inserting rods. If it can't fill up those buses and this hatch, it will stop inserting them. Usually it keeps 32. So maybe there is something wrong. Maybe it just needs time. So I shut off the on-demand production of seaweed from level maintainers. I do have over here another little bit of production, but this one uses way less energy. So it's more sustainable, but alone it's not enough. Since this is not enough, A2 was crafting more to make sure I had enough. Main issue is filling up this one. Once this tank is filled up, that should no longer be an issue. Or I could overclock this one, or I could get more production, which is going to be my next objective too. This one should be doing the mincemeat. And here are all of the bacterial vats. Here I'm doing those setups, basically single 2x2 vats. All of those do the same fluid. They are automated by the same SFM. Those basically are either the fluids you don't use in huge amounts, or the first time I do the fluids. Like this one is the first. This one is that way of doing that thing. Later on, when I will be able to do the better recipe, I couldn't do this one the first time because you need those, and those need that material. So to do the good recipe, you first need to do the bad one. So here's the bad recipe, and later on here I will do the good recipe, because here I'm making things in a different way that allows for scalability. Like more or less this is the same of the other side. The huge difference is that this one is made so I can just copy and paste wherever I want it. Yeah, it's not a line, but that's the idea. I can just copy paste that. Whenever I need more of that fluid, I can just copy paste. And the controller is this one, which is little, it's uglier, but I can easily spot what's the issue. If one of those turns on, it means that's what's stopping it. Like when this one turns on, it's stopping the insertion of radioactive materials, and each one is a different material. Like if I run out of one of those, it will stop. So I can just spot what's wrong by looking at those. And this single setup can control as many of those as I want. I can just copy paste as much as I want. Okay, this one is the vats. Then here I'm just doing circuit assembly lines. This is another place where I will most likely just copy paste and fill up the whole row. Finally, no. Then here I have processing lines. This is all passive processing. Main difference here is that it's long chains of processing, like the plat line. This one is the plat line. And here I have many subnetworks to manage that. Yeah, I have this subnetwork just processes all of the platinum metallic powder, all of the rare stuff, rare thing is processing the osmium, iridium, all of the plat line. Same thing here, monazite line. This one is not, no, this one is the netherite line. I'm using a lot of those. It's starting to not keep up with how much I use. That one is still ZPM, by the way. And this one is Nakoda line. By the way, you probably notice many machines have maintenance issues. It's just that at that point of the game, my base is too big. Before a machine turns off due to maintenance issues, you need many of those. So I just let everything there. Like, I don't stop to fix a single maintenance issue. Whenever it will stop working, I will most likely fix everything and then overvolt it to work 10 times faster. I'm not going to keep going around fixing every little issue. When it becomes a problem, I will fix it. There is no reason for me to every hour stop and check everything. This one is doing nether air. Yeah. Okay, this one another air and now put a line here. Each one of those has its own subnet. Here I have the water line to get purified water for lasers. And this one turns on when my batteries are at like, I think that's 60%. Better a little bit earlier, probably, right now. Earlier on it was using more energy, right now it's, yeah, right now that energy is almost negligible. I can turn it on way easier because right now I can't even craft those due to lack of water, so I should let this one run more. Then, finally, last building, this one, assembly lines. Here I have the research station and the assembly lines. It is still in a really early phase. I'm still doing even circuits. I'm doing everything here, circuits, components, everything. Components will go into the component assembly line in the future, which will most likely be in the A2 crafting area, but maybe I could even do it here, I don't know. The idea is here I will have normal assembly lines. All of those will become assembly lines for all sorts of things. Then I will have here a set of advanced assembly lines for things I craft more often or in bigger amounts. And later on here I will have the huge multi-purpose, multi-usage, multi-parallel advanced assembly line, like the one I tried to make a tutorial. I didn't do. No, it was not a tutorial on that. I will do more complex and powerful setups depending on how often and how many of a single item I will need. Right now I only have this one. In the future I will make the better and better setups and the research station. Okay, I think more or less I have shown everything. So now if anyone has questions, go ahead. If anyone has any questions, go and ask. Okay, chat has been even too silent compared to usual. Yeah, exactly. Great time to join. If you have a question, go ahead. Okay, also, while people ask questions, people keep telling me to use this one. I couldn't because I changed my shortcut, but I just found out that they did a fix for my issue. I'm going to take a couple of cables. I should be able to finally use the inflip spray can. But I have to change. Meteors are cool, nice to have. Meteors are nice to have, but they have limited. I think the best idea is to mix everything. There are some usage meteors are really good for, some others which are more. Okay, now I couldn't use this one. There is a way. I don't know what. It was Control V. No, I have to press some short key. Okay, fixed it. Now I can use this one. It's kind of hard to fix that. I found on GitHub how to make this one. Alright, it's even better. I can't scroll color anymore. But I can just do that. It's even better. If I can pick, I like picking the color like that even more. Alright. From now on, I will most likely use it. Maybe I can craft a second one. Yeah, okay, if I want more colors, I'm going to craft more of those. I will probably craft another one just to have 2 different colors available at once. All of those can now go into the trash, and then I will read chat. You can prepare more questions. Okay. Will you avoid miners? Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah, that's the issue with meteors. Meteors are good and all, but you have to keep throwing those. My biggest issue with meteor is that every time I throw one, if I have my magnet working, like I have to shut off my magnet. If I don't shut off my magnet, I can't use meteors. That's my main issue. And every time I shut off the magnet to throw something, I forget to turn on the magnet and I end up losing something. By the way, the only reason I'm building like that and I'm not in the void world is that if I was in the void world and I have my magnet shut off like for that reason, I could risk easily voiding stuff due to the void. You could automate the meteor. Okay, is there a way to automatically click with this one? Because every time the ritual shut off, like every time I have to click with this one, I don't know if there's a way of automatically doing the ritual. Also, there was also another issue, but I'm not sure on what it was. I think the main issue was activating it. Dynamis table, okay. Then there was also another issue about removing the blocks. Okay, yeah, okay, that's good, but the main issue then is that it doesn't matter what you do. This one is still going to place those blocks and remove those blocks one by one. So there is only so many ores you can collect. Let's even say I had one of those capable of mining 100 blocks per second. That will cause too much lag. Like, I don't think there is any way of collecting those meteors without causing lag. Like, when I will start needing 1 million items per second, those will not keep up. So that's the other main issue I have. Because there are multiple small issues. Some have an issue. I would say that those oh yeah, let's check. Okay, right now it's quite good, but once I get more into late game, it will become an issue. Okay, right now it's pretty good. Meteor, then, okay, I'm going to throw a meteor just to see how much of a difference it does. I need a small meteor. If I throw one too big, it will be inactive. This one here. Okay, let's see the closed. Yeah, I did a spike. Okay, this one was a small meter, so not even too big of a spike. I wonder how much is caused by this drilling rig. Yeah, exactly. Meters are good until you get the space elevator or other means. But yeah, I don't know if it is worth to throw meters or set up drilling rigs. Probably meters are slightly better. Yeah, I'm going to give that meter. There are a couple of ores you can get, but best thing is probably a mix of the two things, both meteors and drilling rigs. And bees. Like mixing up all sorts of resource generation is the best option, most likely, because each one has its own perks. Bees, there are many things bees can do that nothing else can do. Those are better for other things. Every way of making resources has its own pros and cons. Greenhouses, okay, greenhouses probably are the worst. Those use too much energy for what they produce. Like, this stuff is not worth 4 amps of LUV. And even if I was doing something more useful, it will still be close to nothing. Even with 32 one crops. Okay. Anyone has any other question? Alright, can I make another infinite spray can? This one. Spray can. Go. I'm going to keep 2 of those. Alright. That one is iridium, not neutronium. Good. Alright, if there are no more questions, I think I'm going to be here for today. Palladium crafting. If anyone is watching the pod, you can ask questions in comments too. I will reply. I will try to reply. Then handcrate here. This one. I have to take a good thumbnail. think this one is a good thumbnail, or maybe that one. Yeah, you know what? Let's have the meteor thumbnail. And oh no, it's not rounded on this side. Which one does look better? This one or the other one? Okay, I think I'm going to use this one as a thumbnail. Like, I'm going to get both. YouTube can do a test and decide which one is the most liked one. I'm going to do both of those, and also third screenshot, what could it be? Do you like more how you play in season? No, I think it's both good. I always like GTNH more or less. If there is something I really do not like, I just stop doing it. Like I did with TFR. And I'm still sad, but TFR is a good mod pack. No, TFG. TFR was super good, but it has some game breaking bugs. TFG is really good, but still work in progress. Okay, infinite spray can. Stadium. So right now my energy level is low, so a single EBF is working. If I do that, I can kind of force it to work on other things by removing things here if I am in a hurry. But that's not something. Okay, now it's really palladium. Good. Yeah, you can see the crafting speed difference when it does super cheap ingots or super expensive ingots. Okay, infinite spray can should now be ready to craft. This is where I do the manual things, as I said earlier. So there it goes. Oh no, I didn't insert. Soon it will insert those. Here I can add the auto completion card. The auto completion card, fake crafting card. This one automatically completes crafting when it drops in items. And this one is almost ready. Why is it not? There must be something with different MBT data. No? Oh, defense. There. Now, does that one work or no? I have to rechange the control due to that's due to my settings mostly. So Control V. No. Oh, V and middle click. Good. And now I got two of those. Now I can have two colors at once in my battery. Really good. Don't want to risk having conflicts, so and I don't want to burn it. Alright, there was one last thing I wanted to do before quitting if no one has other questions, which is neutronium parts. I didn't from the extruder. Okay, do I have a casing? I don't have a solidifier for casing. I should probably get one. Now, neutronium in the extruder. Alright, I think it's fine. I'm not going to get a solidifier shape for pipes right now, maybe in the future. Alright, I think I'm going to put this from here. Mostly this one is going to be a base tour. I will go back to normal doing things tomorrow, most likely. For today, I think that's it. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.